Hello everyone, my name is Lincoln. I'm from Central Queensland University, Sydney campus, and this video is for Information Security Management, COIT20263, for Group Discussion Forum 1. And in this, we are working in a team, so I'm basically part of a team which has 4 group members. And for this forum, we have used learning outcomes from week 3, week 4, and week 5. In these 3 weeks, we discussed 3 very important aspects of information security management, and they are governance and strategic planning for security, and secondly, ethical policy and procedures. And in week 5, we discussed developing security programs. So in week 3, when we started discussing about governance and strategic planning for security, the first question came out from our committee was what is meant by information produced by a member, except for emails, assignments, and exams, and so on. So the question was directly for copyright protection and security policies that can probably safeguard that. The ownership or copyright protection, when it comes to we need to look at a governing body who can control this. Again, F4's headquarters is in Sydney, so basically we thought that we should follow ACS, Australian Computer Society's rules and regulations and the ethics followed by them. But again, when we started researching, we found out that in Singapore they have SCS, which is Singapore Computer Society. And when we looked into their policies and rules and ethics, they are very, very similar. Again, we looked into example of James Cook University, where it says when an academic or teacher, professor, whoever it is producing any lecture materials or study materials or any electronic materials for students, except for journal articles or conference proceedings. Everything can be used by James Cook University. From the understanding of ACS, SCS, Information Security Management basics from the week before, we came up with 8 policies that we want to use for A4A, and I will go through 4 of them in this stage, which I found quite important to discuss. And the first one would be in F4A, any staff members or the academics or the stakeholders, they would recognize the role from the situation. Meaning thereby in any organization, a different person belongs to different departments of the hierarchy, and they have to understand the situation or their role towards the safety, security, and information safety of the organization. And secondly, about in F4A, if anyone see any unattended belongings, study materials, or electronic devices, they will hand it over to the appropriate authority. Thirdly, in F4A, no staff members or academics will do something that will cost a member's reputation for their own advantage. Now, that will not happen in F4A, and in case it happens, whoever is engaged there, they have to report to F4A for them to take an action against it. And the fourth one that I found was quite important is in F4A, it is prohibited that someone would disclose confidential information about F4A to outsiders. We'll go to the next week learning outcome, which was about developing security program. At this stage, one question came up from Thiago about who will be responsible if something is any information is leaked out about a student to outsiders, right? This question actually confused me in the beginning, especially because when you say responsible, it can mean two different things. Firstly, who can be blamed or punished or penalized. In that sense, of course, the person who leaked it out, who can be a security professional as well, any of the staff members or academic, about because the information is about the student, should be penalized. Maybe can be set out as well, or maybe punished as well legally. Uh, and again, we can think about it from a different angle. Uh, when we say about actions, right? If something happens unusual, who should be the first person to acknowledge or take actions against it? Well, probably the chief security policy maker or chief information security officer. Academic was probably recruited without proper education or proper policy signing procedures. So in that case, you cannot blame that person because probably he was not. He did not know that he is not meant to do that. Right. Again, when looking at the systems, the problem can be somewhere else. System can have malfunction. So if the breach of that information security happened because the system or part of the system did not act properly on a certain time range, then there's no one that we can blame to, right? This was all from my part for last 3 weeks discussion for information security management group discussion forum. Thank you.